They can hear us.
Oh, they can hear us right now?
They can hear us. Oh, jeez. I did a story about a 500 gallon.
No.
I got 2 of those bad boys. I have no way to get water to the property. I need to get like a water truck.
Oh, God. Yeah, I stopped by your property yesterday.
Water truck? Oh, really?
I just got stuck. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really been really bad.
Yeah. Hey!
Yo!
So good to see you guys.
How you guys
got
doing?
stuck. Can you believe that?
I just got stuck in this
It's a
guy's
muddy
property.
mess. It's a muddy mess.
So I go out to Port Townsend on a nice little Easter, and this guy's got a property in between here and Port Townsend, and I'm like, hey, we'll stop off at the property for a second, you know? Just
Did you go wander around?
No, we were there for just like a second, because, well, she was like, oh, is Robbie here? Because, like, Robbie was saying he lives out there. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, is Robbie out there? I was like, oh, maybe, let's go see. And so we, like, went out there, and then, like, on the first, like, one, I was like, oh, I'm gonna kind of, maybe, like, I, like, went in, and then it started, like, spinning a little bit, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of a head start. And so then I backed up, and I got a little something.
You have to mud rally that first one.
Yeah. By the way, Robbie was not out there. Nobody was out there. Once we got stuck, we were like, oh, there's nobody out here to save us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then we were back, forth. Finally got it. And didn't rip things up too much.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
So,
hey, there's a full road going in like May.
Oh, that's
great.
that
goes all the way to the yurt with a little bridge thing. So it's gonna be aces.
Yeah, I was definitely scared for a second though. And then I'm like looking up like, is mud bad for the bottom of your car? Because there's a lot of, like, I just got a bunch of suspension work done on my car.
So there's
I literally just got $1,000 in suspension work done on my car.
And then just
fucking
rain.
And then just fucking went and did a bunch of weird
Rallied.
shit on accident out there.
Oh
so,
my god. Yeah, it's muddy. This season right now, this is one of the worst seasons. Like the water level. Like,
I figured, I was like, this is probably one of the worst times for me to be out here.
Yeah. Like March and April are like nightmarish. In May it starts to get a little bit better, but
what was meant to be a 45-second quick detour was a 10-minute
Terror
Fear
Festival.
Fest.
Yeah, Fear Fest. Welcome to the Fear Fest.
Anyway,
you need 4-wheel. Anyways,
in other news,
folks.
Dalai Lama apologizes after video of him asking a child to suck his tongue sparks outcry. Dalai Lama apologizes about asking a boy to suck his tongue. A video's emerged showing the spiritual leader kissing a child on the lips and then asking him to suck my tongue at an event in northern India. In a statement Monday, the office for the Dalai Lama said he wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as his many friends across the world for whom he is hurt, for the hurt his words may have caused.
Okay, but here's where they start to cover ass. His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. Shut your fucker, suck my tongue.
I love you guys.
I'm kidding.
Part of being the Dalai Lama is getting a tongue suck when you need it.
When you need it. I mean, if there weren't perks, who would go so far
as to go to the Dalai Lama Academy?
Exactly.
What even is a Dalai Lama? I don't even fucking know. I'm so sorry.
Spiritual leader of some kind?
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean a spiritual leader.
If you guys know what the Dalai Lama is, I feel ignorant. Yeah. I feel ignorant.
I feel a lot more like on
here's
point
my
with, like,
problem.
a Dolly Parton.
Why do I think of the Dalai Lama and Gandhi like right next to each other?
I think there's a good reason.
Is there?
There's a good reason.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Here,
I think there's a good reason.
Here, you say a little something. I'm gonna find out what Dalai Lama is.
Okay, will do. What I'm gonna talk about right now is the fact that I need to start messaging people before we do these live streams, and I didn't do it.
I mean, people are gonna join or they won't, you know?
This is not good content for a viewer. Hey, my name is Tyler Smiley. I'm the owner of Wonderland Cleaning, okay? This week in Wonder News, God, it's bad everywhere. People are the worst, and working relationships couldn't be better.
Okay, wait, really quick. So I think it's kind of like the Pope, you know? This is the 14th Dalai Lama.
Galug.
And,
of the Gelug or Yellow Hat School of Tibetan Buddhism. So he's the Buddhist religious leader.
Yeah.
So he's like a
well, he's the Tibetan Buddhist religious leader. I don't think he's all Buddhism.
So this is Tibet. This is the Dalai Lama is for Tibet.
I believe
I'm impressed that he's cut
I just
such a
see
big slice of pie for himself.
Tibetan Buddhists. So that's when they give that qualifier. I'm I feel like
be careful.
Let's not put a whole umbrella on the Buddhist folk here.
Absolutely.
Buddha does not agree about this.
So
this is the wrong.
So
dharma.
essentially, the spirit king of Tibetan Buddhism asked a young boy to suck on his tongue.
Well, here's the thing. Back in the day, they did all kinds of weird shit. Drinking piss, having boys like do shit to them.
Yeah.
Doing shit to boys.
Yeah.
Like this is Dalai Lama. This is probably like what the Dalai Lama before him was doing, and the Dalai Lama before him was doing.
It's just now we hear about it.
Right. Yeah.
At one, I wonder. I mean, is there something spiritual about that we don't understand yet?
I don't know. Get your child. Get your son. Bring your son.
We're gonna bring my year and a half old.
I'm suck my tongue. He's sick.
It sounds weird.
He started running up to me with a sick tongue. He was like, I was like,
yeah. And Jeff was painfully appropriate with him. He drew firm, tender boundaries.
I may have said the N-word. You know.
He definitely didn't do that. He definitely didn't do that to my 1.5-year-old's face. That would have been so out of line.
No. See, the joke was I said the N-word as if they would say, "Oh, there's no way."
Yeah.
But then you've outed me.
No. I didn't out you at all.
I've outed myself.
I don't know. We've outed you together at this point. Now we've outed you,
yes.
And it was a good run. 11 episodes. You know, this was a good time, but we've proven ourselves to both be horrific fachos.
Can you say are you allowed to say I said the N-word yesterday? Like right now, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, you're not doing anything wrong.
I don't know.
I don't know. We're going to have to do some research. We need a consultant here.
I feel like everybody is saying, no, that's still inappropriate.
That's still inappropriate. That's still inappropriate. Yeah.
Is there a statute of eliminations? God damn it. Statue of eliminations.
Bone apple tea alert. Bone apple tea.
Okay, just erase the last 10 minutes.
Statue of eliminations.
Statue of eliminations.
Is there a statue of eliminations? There's an elimination of statues going on. They are purging statues in the United States right now.
That is true.
They're tearing them down.
That is true.
How do you feel about that, Jeff? How does that make you feel?
I feel like that's is that coming back?
I don't know.
I think
that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, when that was happening, that was pretty dumb. That was pretty dumb. I felt like I was just like, you guys, you got a lot of energy. You're doing stuff. You're feeling like you're doing something. In all actuality, you're just playing. Yeah. You're just playing. You're just a bunch of kids playing.
Mostly,
that's what it felt like.
I think real equality stems from changing economic systems and then changing culture over time. And that's tough to do. Those are two tough things.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to take a pickup truck and tear a statue down.
That just feels so good. It's just so carnal. It's so tribalistic. It's natural.
Bing, bang, boom.
I honestly don't even really have that much of a problem with it. It's just like I have a problem with people feeling like they did something.
Yeah,
that's what I have a problem with marches. I don't like marches, protests, rallies, all that shit.
Okay,
wait. You're literally doing nothing.
Wait. Okay, I agree with you for the most part, except for riots.
I don't know. It's so hard. It has to be a whole fucking systemic upheaval.
Yeah, like what's happening in France right now.
Like in France.
Yeah.
That I can.
That is super.
But I don't know as much about it, so I'm
hesitant to make a value statement.
Fuck yeah, because all I've seen is literally little clips of the media that have been literally tailored for me who knows nothing about it.
Sure, totally, absolutely.
So I do reserve my entire judgment.
Maybe
for that,
we should do a deep dive on France next week.
Maybe we should.
I'll do a deep dive.
I saw the fire at the Black Rock.
Yeah, they went for it. They really went for it.
But then again, it's I saw that and everybody else saw that exact same thing. Yeah. So it's I'm just trepidatious of when the one thing that gets out is the one thing that gets out. I'm looking at you a lot. I need to look at the camera.
Yeah, I need to look at the camera too. We're supposed to look at these cameras.
Welcome to the conspiracy edition of the.
Yeah. Oh, how many of you guys think JFK was killed by big banks?
Oh my God!
This guy.
1,000%.
This guy. JFK was definitely killed by big banks.
Oh my God!
Executive Order 11000100.
Did you ever do the deep dive where you see there's the picture of what is it? Lyndon B. Johnson smiling after the JFK assassination, or what is it? He's basically giving one of these to some other guy.
We got him.
And then Jackie Kennedy's she does this shit. She's got all the blood, but she's doing the interview still.
Really?
She's got blood on her, I guess. She's doing the interview.
I had to look back in. Was Jackie in on it?
No, I don't think she was.
I don't think
I didn't
think she was. It's been a long time since I did my deep dive on
Yeah,
canon.
well, that's why I was kind of
like
asking, because I remember a little bit, and then I was hoping you
For me, it just, the real reason it's, like, so painfully clear is just, like, the guy was literally like, hey, banks are a parasite, like, they are the upper elite taking over our world, and, like, I'm gonna change that, and then he signed an executive order trying to retake note issuing to the American government instead of a private organization, essentially, and then he got shot in the fucking face like 16 hours later. And then the executive order was rescinded like 8 hours later.
Yeah.
So it was like, there's like a 28-hour timeline where they're like, ooh, there was one thing you couldn't do, JFK. Yeah. I'm so sorry. And this was
after the whole Cuban Missile Crisis, too, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, this guy's going rogue.
Yeah, it was after JFK basically, like, saved the world. Well, JFK, I can't remember what the Russian guy's name, too. There was, like, a younger Russian leader at the time who actually was also pretty cool. Who was actually also pretty cool and was like, I don't want to be responsible for destroying the whole fucking planet. And JFK was like, neither do I, bro. And it's so funny because all of the old military elites in the U.S. were like, destroy the whole fucking planet, bro. Do it right now.
We out here, bro.
Do it right now. Anyways, what other good conspiracy theories are there?
Well, right now, there's a reported active shooting in downtown Louisville, Kentucky, as of 3 hours ago. Okay. So, 6 a.m. Well, I guess...
Death count?
Well, we've got 5 dead, 6 injured.
5 dead. All I want to say is, what did they do to
Right, yeah. Well, I'm thinking, did you not get somebody their barbecue bowl quick enough? I mean, we're talking about Kentucky in the morning. People got to get to work.
They got to get to work, and it's Kentucky. They need their barbecue. Yeah. Like, you think about Seattle and coffee. Think about Kentucky and barbecue.
Think about that.
Those barbecue packets, the ones that sit in your car for 3 months and you throw away, that doesn't
sit in their car
Kentucky.
for 3 months. About 3 minutes.
Yeah, about 3 minutes.
So, yeah.
You're getting sad in Kentucky, you need a sugar rush. Here we go.
I like that. Sad in Kentucky.
Sad in Kentucky. Ooh. We should write a song.
FBI warns against using public phone charging stations. No additional context. Just they're just saying, hey,
data harvesting.
It's weird.
It's not even a security issue. Yeah. They're just like that's weird.
Culturally,
that's weird. Just keep your charger with you. Yeah. Keep your phone charged.
I'm just confused.
Are there a lot of public phone charging stations now? Is that happening in Seattle?
I don't really think so.
No,
I don't really think so. I mean, mainly like airports. It's not. It's too. Seattle. There's too much homeless and shit. There might be some there might be some somewhere else
in like nice cities.
Yeah, in Seattle.
Are there any nice cities? Are there any nice cities left?
I'm trying to think what the nice. I mean, Boston was pretty nice.
Boston
felt pretty nice. Like the homeless people were not crazy there, and the homeless.
Wait. Were there like cool homeless there?
There were a couple cool homeless. But it just
They're like, hi, my name is Ricky. I happen to live in a tent.
I think the biggest. It's not even about homeless. It's about the drug use. Like, there's so much fucking rampant drug use in Seattle. I work in downtown Seattle, so you fucking see literal people smoking off a tinfoil, people with their fucking pants off, like cleaning their ass in like faucets that are outside, like spigots. You see, see like
no, the in bathroom shower and dry.
Dude, it's just there's no decency because everybody's on drugs.
Yeah.
And even the people that are like the MID, the Metropolitan Improvement District, they're like these guys in like yellow coats that like go and clean shit up. I literally watched one of those guys litter the other day. The guy who's supposed to fucking clean, he had like a cigarette cellophane and he just threw a cigarette cellophane down on me. I'm like, you are the person that cleans that cigarette cellophane up. What the fuck are you doing?
You are the
guy.
The buck stops here.
The buck stops
and then the buck didn't stop.
And I wanted to say something because I was having a bad day.
Just fucking haul off and.
Oh wait, I want to do I almost did something ridiculous the other day. So, okay. I have these little meals called factor meals. You may have seen the factor.
Very tasty, very tasty. They're not cheap, but they're
economic
tasty.
If you get the introductory offer. Okay. So I got my little factor meal, and I'm on my way home from work. I missed the ferry, so I got to drive an hour and change around. Not a big deal. It happens. What are you gonna do? So I'm going down. I'm getting some gas. I'm like, I gotta get gas if I'm gonna drive around. And then I try to heat my factor meal up because it's frozen. You can freeze them or you can leave them refrigerated. Mine's frozen. No way I can eat it. If it was cold, I just would have eaten it. Sure. Whatever. I'm fucking hungry though.
So they're pre-cooked.
They're pre-cooked. Okay, yeah, and they're delicious. Okay. Use my code. No, so I was trying to.
Got that code. I'm gonna do it.
So I come in, and I'm just looking for the microwave because I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking ask them. I'm just gonna use the microwave. I'm buying like $40 worth of gas, so I'm gonna use the microwave, and then I'm just gonna, ask for the gas. I can't find the microwave, so then I circle back and I'm like, hey, do you know, like, do you guys have a microwave? She's like, oh yeah, we do, but no outside food. And I was like, oh yeah, it's just like it's like a frozen meal. I'm gonna buy like $40 in gas. And then she like turns to her manager, who just happens to be like walking around the corner. She's like pushing a cart, and she doesn't even like look at me. She's like, no outside food.
Oh.
And I've literally had like a plus 10-hour day, missed the ferry. I don't want to buy food because I have my food, Yeah. I don't want to, like, I'm just
What's the small, and the thing is too, in terms of microwavable food, what can you gotta buy a whole burrito.
Yeah.
You gotta buy a mini pizza or a whole burrito.
It's all bullshit. It's like fucking Friday's potato skin mozzarella bits. I'm like, dude, like,
no,
I just want to eat my fucking little thing.
At that point, I'm like, you buy a can of chewing tobacco, and you're like, okay, here we go. And then you cook your meal, and you just leave the fucking chewing tobacco on 99 minutes in the fucking thing, That's, you just leave a tobacco bomb.
Yeah.
Tobacco bomb in the nuker.
Well, so that's funny you should say that, because that's instantly where my mind went.
Yeah.
I went to the gas station, I was like, these motherfuckers. And I had some bottles in my car, and I was like, I want to throw these bottles. Like, I just want to fucking throw these bottles, so they have to come out here and like pick up all the glass and shit. And then I just was like, cameras. It wasn't even like,
you weren't human decency.
It wasn't even a moral thing.
No,
I was just like, I don't want this to come back.
And that's why Brotherwife supports a modern police state.
We do.
Fascism in a modern police state.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
It's kind of a must because of people.
This guy,
Yeah, you gotta watch him. You gotta watch him like a hawk.
It just, I was just like kind of like laughing at myself. I was so angry. For like minutes, I was like, okay, well, I could put him like, I could throw him like at like where they come in, like the entrance, but that's a little too much. There's a security guard there, so that's, I could like just break him over here, but that's not close enough for the pump. That could just be like, they could leave that out there.
They could leave that out there for weeks. Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh, what if I do right here at the pump? But then I'm like,
you gotta compromise on damage. You gotta compromise. You don't want somebody shooting a gun at you as you drive away.
Exactly.
But you want them to notice.
Well, and I kind of get it, because it's like in a particularly bad part of like Tacoma. It's like right next to the casino. So like there's a bunch of homeless people. So I kind of understand why they have that rule.
Yeah.
But I just had such a long day.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to eat my little frozen meal.
Don't you wish there was like a societal societal card you could use there,
like,
where
just
you're like,
please,
please.
No, I wanted
really
to be
day.
like, where's the human decency? Like, I wanted to say something about
the
word that came to my mind was human decency.
Yeah.
I was trying to say that to them.
That's the problem, is that there used to be a favor system. Now there's just money.
Yeah, and we're too big.
Yeah.
We're too
big for our britches.
Such a big society.
It's gross. It's icky. Just looking at organization. So my business right now, we're like crossing the threshold from small business to medium business.
Yeah.
I'm being forced to become a cunt.
Mm-hmm.
I have been forced into a corner, and
you've been forced to show your cunt.
Both. I had to grow it first, and then I had to show it. Grow it and show it and tell.
Nice.
Grow and show and tell. That's gonna be a thing someday.
Grow and show and tell.
Grow and show and tell. Yeah. You're in kindergarten.
Grower show and tell. Grow and show. Yeah.
Anyways, I've got, there's like, we're gonna in the next year we're gonna cross the 30 employee threshold, and there just reaches a point where you're like, okay, I guess I need a strike system. Like, I've never had a real strike system. It's like, don't do drugs at work. Don't not show up to work. Like, these are easy things. If somebody does it, I either fire them or I say, here's your last warning. You can't do that again, or you get fired.
Yeah.
And now I've got to make this whole. I have written a fucking 62-page training manual with all this HR policy and all the actual training with a 25-page quiz. I'm looking at almost 100 pages of bullshit to onboard an employee at this point.
Yeah.
There's like 6 apps people have to download now.
Yeah.
Like, it is like...
Yeah, that's so much.
It's a slog. It's so much.
It's so much.
But I have to be able to ensure that all my people are getting trained the same way.
Yeah.
Hello, Jess! Hey, what's up, John? John Maury! Woo! MGD! So John is actually a big part of all this implementation right now. Like, he's like reviewing all this stuff and helping draft up all this policy. So he knows that I'm turning into a cunt. He's watching.
Yes.
He's maybe the closest to the transformation. Him and Robbie are both watching me slowly grow barnacles and muscles on myself and turn into a sea monster.
Yes.
Sea monster. You get it?
Cunt monster. Yes.
Moving on. In other news,
Getting to the what is your?
What's my point?
Yeah.
My point is just that these large organizations, I don't think they have much of a choice. Like, when you get to a certain point, there's no way for you to uphold quality of service and quality of product without this insane, comprehensive set of rules that makes sure you can no longer be close enough to your employees to develop trust with them. That's the problem. When you're small, you can have people that you trust that can make decisions, and you know you'll agree with those decisions 95% of the time. When you get to a certain point, you're not even, as a CEO, you're not even going to interact with middle management anymore. You're going to interact through these meetings where you get to talk to the upper echelons of management, and then the upper echelons of management have to talk to the middle management, and then middle management has to talk to lower management, and then lower management has to talk to the people, and there's too much phone call, there's too much phone game going on for you to be sure that nothing is lost in translation, unless you go, I'm gonna fucking fire you if you do this. Do you understand? Sign on the fucking dotted line. And so what you have to do in order to be able to do that is you have to offer enough that people are willing to put up with that bullshit. So you have to cross this threshold where you go, okay, I'm gonna give you enough money that you can handle me being a cunt, and then I'm gonna be a cunt. Are we agreed? Can we handshake on that?
I'm confused. What are you saying here?
I'm saying that the reason...
You're talking a lot. I don't know what you're saying.
I'm saying that corporations have to be cunts because there's so much distance between upper management and the boots on the ground workers. They require these comprehensive protocols for hiring, for firing, for disciplinary action.
I feel like all that's just limiting liability. I feel like it's all the HR shit where they're just like, there has to be a standard and there has to be all this shit and we have to cross these T's, dot these I's. That way, if anything comes back, it's like getting ahead of like liability and risk before it has a chance to manifest.
Totally limiting liability, but it's also an attempt to ensure quality product and quality service.
Sure.
And that's where like these unilateral decisions.
But sometimes when you get to like, here, go ahead, finish your point.
Well, just my point is that there might be 7 ways to slice a fucking potato, but like, when you are a company that's slicing 45 million potatoes a day, you're like, no, there's one fucking way to slice a potato.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't slice it the 6 other ways.
Yeah.
We will fucking see. Yeah. And we will slice you like a potato. And we'll pick any of the 7 ways that we want because we don't give a fuck about you. Right. Cut the fucking potatoes, shut the fuck up, take your paycheck, go home, go to sleep. See, I'm a cunt. That's my point.
No, I get it. No, I feel like
exactly, John. Exactly, Shane. It's a real trick. I'm trying not to be a cunt with you, but it's like it's hard. So you guys let me know. I'll give you guys a gun. They're just agreeing, like, hey, you got to be a cunt. You got to be a cunt.
Sure.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's okay. I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Fuck.
Yeah, I can't remember. Cannot remember.
We got a potato meme here. We got a potato icon. One way to slice a potato. One way to slice a potato. In other news,
Apple's Mac shipments fall more than 40%, worse than major rivals. So Mac shipments, what's that about?
So people are ordering less Macs.
Computers have gotten more powerful than what most everyday users need them for. There isn't much incentive to upgrade anymore. Gaming is the last area where people frequently upgrade. For everyone else, there isn't much of a reason.
Okay, also AV.
AV.
I'm about to buy a fucking liquid-cooled Titan. Like, literally mineral oil liquid-cooled, like, fucking Rainbow Jesus, 64 gigs of fucking, like, 1300 DDR, like, it's boss mode. It's still on the market. I haven't gotten it, but I should just get it. Because it's like a $4,000 computer.
Yeah.
But, I mean, AV, But no, it's true. I mean, your phone is so capable. Like we are nearing that point where I think that, like, cloud computing really becomes super viable and, like, people basically just have shell devices and all processing happens somewhere else. It is interesting to see that, though. It's just, how the fuck is AI going to change the world over the next 5 years? Like, is creativity about to die?
I don't know. I
don't know either.
I heard about this thing, like, have you heard of Event Horizon? It's like, obviously a movie, but like Event Horizon I think is like this thing where like things are happening so quickly that you're basically just reacting to them. Like the future's unfolding so quickly that it's like it's almost incontainable.
Sure. Well, so event horizon scientifically is like the event horizon of a black hole is where light can no longer escape, right? So like gravity becomes so intense it literally sucks light back in, and so I think the point that they're relating it back to that, like technological advancement almost becomes this black box where you're just like, what's gonna come out next?
Yeah, and
we have no control over this.
Right, and like I don't know, I feel like AI is such a buzz thing right now that people are probably like grandizing it, like and making it this like. I mean, I've just in March of 2023, more AI development has gone into the universe than ever before in the world. You see these things that have like supposedly changed things forever, but I wonder how much of it is just like in 2017 when everyone was talking about like crypto and like it was like really like impactful and it was like hugely
now
significant.
TT
but it
has a $2,000 portfolio instead of a $150,000 portfolio.
Sure, but just like things just fizzle out. Basically.
Where it freaks me the fuck out is when you're like they're like releasing like video AI where you're like, I want to see a raccoon do a unicycle down the and that's where I'm like, I want to see can you make me a song that's like this? And then you hum some fucking bullshit to it, like it's piercing the creative veil, like it's not quite there yet, but it's about to be piercing the creative veil, and then it's like, does it just become like AI handlers? Like, does creativity become like learning how to handle AI the best way?
Well, that's already what it is right now with like I mean, not that, but just handling AI and being able to harness it is such an interesting thing. Like I saw like all these different prompts that you can do in order to like use ChatGPT better, and it's just so interesting all of the like ways that people are going to creatively find like even unconventional ways. Like there's going to be glitches in AI where like they're able to like get these things that are abstractions of all these different parts of the AI and they put it together. You know what I mean? Like one of them that I thought was really interesting was like, this is like basically you can have an argument with AI and be like refute my points in like the style of how William Shakespeare would. Or like refute my points in the style of how Albert Einstein would. And AI knows so much about these people and what they think and how they think and the models of their mind and all the shit that they can actually kind of give you.
You ever think
it's
about
kind of
like the
insane.
fact like all the video
you could talk
we have,
with a dead person.
Like I could die probably this week, and in 5 years Lupin could have a fucking AI dad, and in 5 years he might even have a body associated with it.
Yeah, it's true.
Although all the shit that I do on video is like super fucked up, so I would it would just be like you would beat him up at this point. You would beat the kid up at this point for 100%,
sure.
100%. Yeah, I am. I'm excited to see. I'm terrified to see what happens. Like, can we have I mean, is there just going to be like an AI podcast where two AIs are talking about stuff that they think are funny that's like immeasurably better than?
Sure.
I'd
listen to that.
I would listen to that
over this.
Should we just? Oh my god! Let's just do crazy talks of me and you sitting here like this, and then have recursive AI conversations. And just map it over us. We're like, we're too busy for this shit.
Just do a little. That's great. This guy loves crazy talks. I like it too.
I like it crazy talks. I like being able to make people talk. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen I did
the Big Chungus.
The Big Chungus one is pretty good. I posted a link on the Facebook.
Yeah. Go check out the Big Chungus. It's hilarious.
I also did what was it? Box cutter legislation. Jay Inslee box cutter legislation.
I liked that. It was
maybe a hair too long.
It was long.
Yeah, it was maybe a hair too long. Yeah. Could have been half as long and been a lot better for it. But
still, still good.
It's really my first foray into crazy talks in a meaningful way, and my last foray into crazy talks in a meaningful way, which is kind of a problem I have. I love new things. Jesus Christ!
It's all about novelty. It's all about fuzzies.
The warm fuzzies.
The warm fuzzies. That's all life is.
That's what though. It's not warm fuzzies for me. It's like sharp hardies.
Yeah.
It's like sharp hardies for me. Yeah. Like it's like a painful erection. Like for me, like when I get obsessed, it's like I should go to the doctor. Have you been criminally obsessed with something for more than 24 hours?
Painful erection.
Please go to the doctor.
We all know that as fellas know about the PE.
Ooh yeah.
More when you're young.
Yeah.
More when you're
Yeah.
young.
Yeah, well, when
Yeah.
you're like earmuffs for family members that don't want to
Earmuffs.
listen to people talk about their dicks. You know, when you're like, you're about to go out to gym class and there's the
Yeah.
hot girl and you're like, okay, I have 13 seconds to break this dick in half.
Yeah. I definitely know that real, like...
Yeah, you're literally trying to fold. You're like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
what do you call it when you fold up a swan? Origami penis.
Sure.
You're like, okay,
Origami penis. That's beautiful. I feel like that's the name of our new album.
Yeah, you've got detachable
Origami
penis, you've got origami penis. And it's all about painful erections when you're 14.
Of course. Yeah, I don't know. One time, this is completely unrelated, but one time I was playing football when I was 14, and I had like all these just 14-year-old boys are just crazy, you know. I was playing football. I had this big mesh bag with like my helmet, my pads, all this stuff, but I hadn't washed it. Like I hadn't washed it since like, you know, going out and fucking practicing shit. So I had it in a bag. I put it in the corner of my room against like the wall, the drywall, and the fucking carpet. Mushrooms grew in the fucking
Okay, wait.
crevice.
Not moisture.
Not
mildew.
No, literal fucking mushrooms grew between the crack of the fucking carpet and the drywall because I had my football shit there so long.
How did your parents deal with that?
I didn't tell them.
Okay, that was a
I didn't tell
fucking
him, yes.
very good move on
I did not tell
self-preservation.
them.
This
Yeah.
guy puked up chicken one time.
Pork chop.
Oh, that's
Pork
I
chop,
hate pork
yeah.
chops. I keep forgetting that.
All good. I
Puked
will
up
never
pork
forget.
chops, and no, you will not. And his dad made him fucking eat it again.
My mom
So,
would
like,
make these nasty.
Your dad would have
dry,
made you eat the mushrooms. He would have made you eat the mushrooms.
Exactly, but then maybe I would have gotten enlightened. That could have been huge.
Early enlightenment.
That could have been huge.
Yeah, that could have been.
Or maybe I would have just died, and then that would have been
also
great.
huge. Yeah,
that would have been just so nice.
Could have avoided a lot of suffering.
A lot of pain.
Yeah. Antinatalism.
But
on the rise,
yeah, no, my dad
unfortunately,
had he had this thing about me needing to eat my meat, you know, and my mom would make these fucking hockey puck, goddamn curling edge, fucking disgusting dry pork chops, and they had little fat gristly bits on them. My dad was like, "Fucking eat it," and I was like, I don't want to eat it. He like was like lording over me, like fucking screaming at me to eat my fucking pork chop for whatever reason.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Yeah. We'll have to. We need to do.
It wasn't like I wasn't. It wasn't
We
like
should
I
do a
was fucking
check-in.
skinny.
Yeah.
For whatever fucking reason.
Okay.
And so then I'm like, oh, and I'm like puking. I literally puked up my pork chop. And he's like, eat it, put it in your mouth, I'm just like eating my puke. He's literally making me fucking eat my puke. So happy
Jesus
Father's Day
Happy
to you
Father's
and
Day.
yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me and my dad don't talk. So
Yeah. He would have made him eat the mushrooms.
he would
made him eat the mushrooms.
He would have. Jesus. It is a. Is it an emergency? Did she? She
don't know.
knows, right? I feel like something's bad. Answer it. What's going on? We got Mom on the brew here.
We got Mom on the brew. Hey, Mom, we're doing a live stream right now.
Oh.
It is not an emergency, I don't think.
We thought maybe it was an emergency.
We were hoping for an emergency.
We thought maybe it was an emergency. Well, put it on speaker.
It's a little bit of an emergency.
Well,
I'm putting you on speakerphone.
Okay.
Well, should I not put you on speakerphone?
Oh, okay.
Can I call you guys back
Uh-oh.
in 5 minutes?
Ooh, we sometimes on a production, folks, you try to do a little
I'll call you
something,
guys back in 5
and
minutes.
it does not pay off. It does not pay off always. Sometimes it does, though. That's why you have
5
to take
minutes.
a risk.
Okay.
You have
Love
to
you guys.
take a
Talk to you in a
risk
sec.
because you need to shoot for the stars. Because even if you shoot for the stars,
They're laughing, but it's an emergency. They're laughing, but it's an emergency. I feel like something weird happened.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like something bad happened to someone they don't like very much, maybe.
Okay, I see. Is it me?
I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, they said don't put it on speaker, so I'm assuming.
Okay, it's
private.
probably about me.
So
yeah.
it's probably about you.
Okay,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Oh my God, we've got T-minus 2 minutes and counting.
All right, folks. Well, we're playing a comedy show July 8th. But before that, we're playing a May 5th show at the Jules May Saloon.
And before that,
we're doing a
W
E stream
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. I don't know about WrestleMania.
You don't know about WrestleMania?
Brothermania. I think we could do something better than WrestleMania.
Wife wrestle. Wrestle wife.
Wife. I like that. Right, wife wrestling.
Yeah, we
Wrestle
had a
wife?
long-term inside joke about having a
Squish Girls?
second wife that was just for beating people up, and it was called like Wrestle Bitch or something. Do you remember that at all?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay. Scratch.
Should
that,
I say the N-word?
No.
Okay.
No. Maybe you can, but
this is just my running joke. Yeah. I've never once said it in my entire life.
He's never said it in his entire life. That'd be disgusting.
Did have a racist mom though.
Yeah.
And she said it.
Yeah. I won't dive into my family.
Yeah. One time name a time your mom was racist.
You know, I think she really wasn't actually. I think
she wasn't
really
racist?
wasn't. My dad.
Yeah. And
My dad, on the other hand,
a little something.
He had a little spice in him. He really got caught up in the. I loved the phrase
9/11 shit.
Yeah. Turn it into a parking lot.
Oh.
You hear that? Did you guys?
God,
Shane,
dude.
I think you might be too young.
Yeah. No.
Shane
The
says,
turn.
say
The
it.
turn.
Siren klaxon. Say it. Say it like you mean it too. Yeah, they just love to say, you know.
Turn into a parking lot.
Probably not.
I don't think you can say TH.
TH. Okay.
First word, what you use to dry off after, and then second word, your cranium.
What's attached to? Yeah. Okay.
Are we
so
allowed?
that was a big. Probably not.
It's TH.
It's TH.
You can't say TH.
TH. Okay. So that, and then just turn it into a parking lot. Nuke it into a skating rink.
Even as a kid, I was thinking like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, you're like, okay, so there's 1% of the population that's like an extremist population, and then there's 99% of the population that is like, we really wish there weren't all these extremists here.
My thing was, I literally kind of for a while thought they were talking about an actual parking lot. And I was imagining like the fucking lights and the lines and the cart corrals.
Where are they all going?
And I was kind of like, what?
Are they going to make the biggest Walmart?
That would be a really large parking lot.
Yeah, the world's largest parking lot.
Do they have like logistical issues there with traffic?
With parking? I think.
Is that a problem?
Fucking A. Yeah, you know, people get wild. Culture is psychotic.
Yeah.
Culture is psychotic.
Well, and then you grow up in that moment, and then you're just like, okay, this is what it is. But then now it's just culture. It's so dynamic, and it's so influenced.
Yeah, I think
it's so influenced because that was such a fucking like
well designed.
That was like they were making people racist against the Middle East.
100%.
They were like, yo,
100%.
what's good?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it was, and so
they were like, we are.
And it's just so funny
because
because now, I mean, not so much anymore, but like I feel like the Muslim like women thing was like a really big thing, like maybe 5 years. It's just so funny because they were like, you hate Muslim people. It's 2001. And then it was like, it's 2017. You really love Muslim people.
Well, and the
like,
funny thing is,
like,
the funniest part is that they're like, we hate misogyny. We love the Muslims.
Yeah.
Try and Venn diagram those.
Right.
Try and Venn diagram
oh
those.
My
those
gosh.
exist right here and right here. And there's like a bunch of fucking saws in the middle. Like they don't coexist.
This is the QAnon conspiracy.
I mean, it's not a QAnon. It's just fucking basic.
Yeah, no. I just feel like we've been talking about the N-word. We just should we delete this one too?
I can't ever delete another. I promised myself I would never delete another one. Shane and John, if you want access to the hidden streams, you just let us know.
We love you guys. We're gonna see you soon. This is a short brew this week.
Jay's busy. Jay's a busy boy.
I'm a busy boy.
Sell some homes.
I gotta sell some homes. If anybody's looking to for a realtor who had to eat a puke pork chop, I'm your guy. Realtor that had to eat a puke pork chop.
You know what? We should maybe redo that. We could redo childhood traumas on the live stream.
Really that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
One big one for me was butter. That they loved because butter couldn't hurt people. But they loved to throw butter for some reason.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so we could soften up butter, and then this is a double trauma for me.
Wait.
They would get angry and throw butter at walls.
No.
Yeah. Not just once, like 5 times.
I mean, okay, kind of a good move.
It's a good move.
Kind of. I mean, better butter than bottle. Better butter than a bottle.
Better butter than a bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, quote that.
Better butter than
Hey!
Oh,
Zimcolo! We didn't know you were there! Zimcolo! Jeff, we got...
I didn't even see Zimcolo.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. See,
maybe he was talking in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard with these chats, you know.
It is hard with the chats. The multi-stream is actually working now. It's showing all of them. Yeah,
That's
it's showing
great.
all of them. That is great.
That's wonderful.
Oh, hell yeah. We gotta shut it down, but we are gonna start reliving childhood traumas. We should just do a trauma.
A trauma.
We should just do a trauma. Do you want
yeah.
For
the next one,
for May
trauma?
or June, do trauma.
Yeah, childhood traumas.
Yeah.
And all
that's
you do
really funny.
chop, yeah.
Can we figure out a way to get you in a well with frogs? Can we buy like 15 frogs?
I'd
just
like
get
that.
a kiddie pool and put a board over the top of
Yeah.
it. And for 10 minutes, you've got to sit in with the frogs naked. Maybe you've got like a
Sure.
And then I'll like play a song on
No,
top
I'll
of
be
it.
naked.
I'll play. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'll like play like French music on top of it since it happened
Yeah.
in France.
Yeah. Or Italy,
Italian.
Italian.
Oh, I'll play the accordion.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is also some
Right.
trauma for you.
Yeah.
He's got trauma from me with the accordion.
Yeah.
Trauma stream.
Trauma stream. And then we
Stream
can have
of
people.
consciousness.
We can have people call in with their childhood trauma.
Yes. Brotherwife, bring out the worst in people.
Bring out the worst in people.
Yeah.
Well, we love you guys. Tune
So
in
much.
next month or next Friday in a couple days. We're gonna have the stream again, the brew for you, and then also WWE Wrestling April 21st.
Absolutely.
April 21st.
And it is going to be, we've got TB, not tuberculosis. That's Tyler Billings, the Beast from the East, Rey Mysterio himself. A fucking rhino.
A rhino of a man.
If you cloned
The
me
man,
3
the myth,
times
the rhino.
and gave me a rock, each of me a rock, and pit the 4 of me against Tyler Billings, I am certain he would shred all of me.
Yeah, he'd have your bones in a necklace.
He'd have my bones in a necklace.
Yeah.
He'd have my bones in a necklace.
Be mad.
We love you guys.
We love you guys. We will see you so soon.
This has been the Brew with Brotherwife.